Hi, my soul tribe. Okay, this is a check-in. I know, can you believe it? I showered. I did my hairs. I don't have many, but I did them. And then I also did some channeling. Spirit wants you to know something. Okay. I've said this in a few videos, in a few full moon videos, all that, or in a few videos, the full moon coming up is so important for us to really tune in. Okay, I want you to each hear those words: tune in to universe, to Gaia, to spirit, to God, right? Tune in. We are going to pull some cards because we must. And then I just want to talk for a minute. Channel's going good. The channel's still growing. I think I have like 8.3 subscribers now, 8.3K, and I did not expect it to grow this fast. I'm excited about it. We still have a long way to go until, I can not have to worry as much, but I do have an assistant now. So that's exciting. It's exciting. She will be reaching out to each of you shortly. I'm having issues with my email, back and forth, all of this stuff. It's not my strong suit, and I want to be able to focus on reading. I want to have my schedule laid out and say, this is when you're reading, and I just channel and read. And then I have the time for me when I need the time for me, but the administrative part of it is very difficult for me. And especially since I had my email hacked, that was very hard for me. So if you're still waiting on a reading, or you've emailed me about a reading, she will be reaching out to you soon. Her name is Vesta. Okay? All right. So there's a lot that Spirit's wanting to talk about today, but I want to get on a real level with you, okay? For those of you who are still new to my channel, okay, I have what I call my first 1,000, right? And I know who you are. I know the ones who have followed me from the beginning, okay? Not just the ones who have reached out for private readings and have paid for readings. And believe me, we each have a very strong soul connection, because once I read you and we are connected. You will always have messages here. But a few of you who have stuck out to me, who have emailed me, and even if I haven't responded to every comment and email, sometimes it's because I was crying so hard I couldn't. You have no idea how much you guys affect me. So, there's a few of you out there that I just want you to know I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you, and the ability to grow with you, the ability to feel your energy, to have your guides visit me and give me messages for you. It's been a beautiful journey. It's a cold day here for Florida, and I was feeling kind of, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to make one video, but I got up and made myself do my first video this morning. It was great. And I was like, okay. I watched that video and I had like hair sticking out like all in the back. It was insane. I might still, but I did wash my hair. Okay, so I washed my hair finally. I changed my clothes. But when I get cold, y'all, I just hibernate like a bear. I don't do anything. The most I'm going to do is get in the bath that's really, really hot. And I might wash. I don't know. But definitely not my hair. And I have little, teeny, tiny, very few hairs. But I'm still not going to do that. So I conserve energy. And I stay warm when it's cold. So right now I'm freezing. And I'm wearing like a sweatshirt shirt, but I'm wearing jeans. I'm wearing actual pants. It's exciting for everyone involved. I know. I'm working on it. Okay. So this is a channeled message. What I've been hearing all day. And I feel like everybody's going to hate hearing this, but it is what it is. Spirit said that, don't say that. Nothing is what it is what we make it. Don't say that. Meditate. That's what I'm hearing. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And it's the thing that's wanting to get across is that meditation is not what you think it is. That's the problem. You have a perception on this meditation. You have a perception on this meditation that is not allowing you to see the full benefits of it. If you knew the full benefits of it, you would be participating in it. So what they're wanting me to remind you of is that when we meditate, this is, I'm listening, talking kind of quickly, slow it down, channeling, sorry. When we meditate, we actually connect every part of our being, finally, which is what our being wants from the beginning. Okay, so when we meditate, they actually have scientific proof. They're showing me something with brain scans where the right brain, the left brain communicate, where the frontal cortex and this part. I don't know what this part is. The back part of the brain. So we have the prefrontal cortex, what up here, around the third eye chakra. Have you ever meditated and you felt that pulsing right there? That's an awakening. Okay, please do not stop because you're afraid of that or because you feel it's intense. That's something that's going to keep growing, and that's simply that muscle exercising itself. Okay, the more you meditate, the stronger your intuition gets. And what is your intuition? Your third eye chakra. That's where it's exercised. That's where it's exercised. If your intuition had a muscle, it would be right here. Okay, it can start here and it can grow to be all of this. Okay, I've had moments when my entire forehead, I felt it from the center, and then it just grows. Please tap into that. Okay, it's time to start meditating. It's time to start realizing that your brain can tell your body what to do, what to heal. It can scan itself and find impurities and find ways to cleanse itself. Okay, we have to understand that we have control of our bodies through our intuition, our energy field, and our mind. Okay, so through using our intuition and energy field to communicate with our mind, we can tell our bodies what to do. A very simple thing, biofeedback. Medically, they use biofeedback to help patients get better. When patients see their results getting better on a graph or on a scan, they're able to start controlling it, right? We're talking about people with heart problems who see themselves getting anxious and they see the heart scan go up, 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 and then they calm themselves and watch it go down, and they realize, oh, I do have control over this. Okay, this goes all the way down to a molecular level. Okay, so that's just some channeling messages I'm getting out there. You guys really need to trust your bodies, trust your intuition, trust your meditations. I know you don't want to meditate, but before the full moon, we got to get some meditations in there, okay? There's some stuff that needs to be cleared out. This is a big full moon, okay? Now, what else? I'm starting daily readings. So every day we're going to be talking. We're going to be seeing what the energies are, what the frequencies are, what's going on with our soul tribe. We'll be able to feel those. And you should have messages there every day. These messages should be, they should be uplifting. I would assume so, but they won't always be, I'm sure. The spirit knocks me on my butt sometimes, and he's going to do that with all of us, right? She, it, he, they, the powers that be, right? I get knocked on my ass every day in some way, whether it's because I'm like, I didn't know that I could be that happy. I didn't know I could feel this sad, right? There's something every day that knocks me a little off kilter, because only in that way can we readjust. Only in that way can we find our center, right? Our center. So We're going to be doing a daily, we're going to call it Daily Destiny video, okay? I just like the name of it, and Mama Too came up with it, and I really like it. And that's going to be for all signs, okay? So if you resonate, you resonate. I think that most of you will with the overall. And it'll be a great way to start your day. I'm going to do it over a 2-day period, so the energies are constantly moving. I cannot pinpoint the time that it's going to hit each of you, but I do know we're all on the same frequency. So I do know it's going to hit you within that 2 or 3 day period, right? Okay, so we've started that. Let me know what you think of that. Comments and likes help. Okay, I would like to also throw this out there. A lot of people don't know this. So when you like a video, and when you comment on a video, when you dislike a video, right? What is that doing? So I've done a lot of research. I did not know myself. What that's doing is it's telling YouTube. So if you're liking my video as you watch it, then YouTube is saying, okay, this person has a high number of likes, so we're going to push them forward on the recommended list. We're going to push them forward above maybe this person who had a lot of dislikes, right? So if you maybe didn't like the video, okay, if you didn't like the video, but you like me, perhaps comment on what you didn't like rather than disliking it. If you truly didn't like the video, I'm not trying to censor you. I just want you to understand what you're doing when you dislike a video. I haven't had many dislikes. I've had a lot of likes, but I want people to understand what they're doing for me. It's like tipping me. You guys are amazing. You guys have given me so many likes, and that is like tipping me. That's what's pushed my channel forward faster than most people around me. Most tarot readers that got started with me are still like right at 1,000, maybe not even there. And that's not anything against them. It's that the likes and the subscribes actually push me up. So the more that you like and subscribe, that just simply, it's YouTube having an algorithm that says, okay, this is a more liked and more subscribed video. Most people are going to like this. They push it up even outside of its own genre. So we can start spreading our web, right? Let's make wider circles. Let's make wider circles. And I adore you, my soul tribe. I feel like we're doing something really special here. If you're a part of this from the beginning, and I know who you are, we are doing something special. Something's going to change. We are changing the world. If you have been resonating with me from the beginning, and there are a few of you, like your names are popping into my head like crazy, and I want to shout them all out, but I'm not gonna, because there's so many of you. But you know who you are, right? We've had conversations. And if we haven't had a verbal conversation, if I have responded to you in the messages below, I remember you. Okay? So please understand that. And I can't get to everyone. I am trying. With having an assistant now, it's going to help to be able to maintain my private reading schedule, and also to grow some new things. Like I want to grow a new channel to teach tarot, because I think a lot of people have a misconception about tarot, with religion, with does it bring in evil? It doesn't bring in anything. This is a way to talk to God. If you would like, if you think it would help you. Some of us don't need this. But if you're watching this channel, you could probably, it probably wouldn't hurt, right? It wouldn't hurt. It's just another way to talk to God. It's just a communication form, right? Just like talking and writing and praying. Okay? So, I'm sorry, I had a comment earlier about how someone was raised, they said they were raised Christian and they shouldn't be watching this, but that they really liked it. I don't know. But what I would say, and I think I did say to that, is that I was raised Christian as well. And I'm still a monotheist. I'm still a believer of one God. Okay? I'm still a Christian. And this is the only reason why. Right here. This is the reason why. And that's because I joined the military. I lost my sister to suicide. I lost my dad to murder. I went through hell and back, literally to Iraq, which I consider the asshole of the world sometimes. Not Iraq, the country, but the place I was in, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was a terrible place, and it was very hard for me. And I came back with a story, of all of that stuff. All of that stuff made up who I was as a person. And I realized, no, that was their path. Not yours, darling. Not yours. That was their path. Who are you? Who am I? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. Who am I, and what do I bring to this beautiful, beautiful creation that we are all a part of? Who am I? Don't make your past your story, for you will fail. Okay, you will get lost in that story. It's a very important message everyone needs to hear. So, when I came back from all of that, I had a hard time hearing God. And I was raised to hear God. I remember the first time Spirit hit me, and it had nothing to do with tarot cards. I didn't even know they existed. And I was a kid. And I knew that everything around me had life. That's how I knew. That's when the Holy Spirit touches you. When you touch things and you just say, there's life here. There's life here. There's life here. There's life here. We are all connected, right? As you meditate, that muscle grows and you feel the connection, the intuition, and almost a telepathy, a channeling that happens that allows you to hear the universe, allows you to hear God so much more clearly. But you must turn off the TV, turn off your phone, turn off your iPad, turn off your computer. You guys, meditation is being pushed at us so strong right now for one reason, because the overstimulation is attacking our brains. And it's okay. Our brain is growing just like our frontal, but we got to grow the part of our brain that also allows us to hear our intuition, right? So while you're growing all of, the left side of your brain, the right side of your brain, all of whatever you're growing, whenever you do that, I don't know what's going on in my hair still today. I need to get a haircut. While you're growing all of that part of your brain still, and learning to accept all of these different forms of media into your head and process them, understand them, and then make opinions and put them back out in the world. We also need to be meditating, right? To draw source in from within us, from Gaia, and draw source in from above us, from our crown chakra, from the universe. Okay, so that's the Father and the Mother in the Wiccan sense. I believe in all. I love all religions. I'm going to explain them all, or not explain them all, but I'm going to incorporate some parts that I love. The Father is energy and spirit, whereas the Mother is matter and nurturing, and she is what, without spirit, matter cannot happen, and without matter, nothing can happen. So with these two together, this yin and yang, that's what creates us. Life, right? Life. That balance is necessary. So of course, this is what drives me nuts whenever people say, oh, if you're on the twin flame journey, you know what? We all are on the twin flame journey. We all are. And I'm not sure what lifetime each of us will find the other half, but I do know there's another yin yang half out there, because that's how universe created us. The Mother, the Father are always with us. I can feel that. I don't know. Comment and let me know below. This is a very spiritual discussion. I hope I don't get any negative comments. It's a very theological one. I'm thinking about bringing my son into something about this, because I raised my son. I'm sure some of you have seen the video I posted before, and I want to bring him in to do another philosophical discussion. But he wants to be a philosophy major. But I've always raised him I've taken him to church. He actually went to a Catholic school for a year. He was never forced, though. never forced into religion. And he was always encouraged to have an open mind. And now he tells me, I know there's something. I know there's a higher power. I'm not quite sure what it is or who it is or if it is or it is, but how he is not sure yet if he's a monotheist or polytheist. He doesn't worship. He doesn't worship, okay? He's still figuring out his spirituality, and I encourage that. What do you guys think about that? I would like to hear your comments. So, first out, we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, a new truth, an epiphany from God. I'm telling you guys, something new is coming. Something new is coming on this full moon. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. This is new thought, new idea, new way of thinking handed to you from God. This is like cutting through the BS and saying, this is what's true. This is what's real, right? This is what's real. It's not quite here yet though, right? This is the side where it is. Here comes the eagle with the wreath. It's coming. It's coming. I really feel like it's going to be on the full moon. I really feel like it's going to be on the full moon. So what I'm going to do is pull a basic Celtic cross spread for our soul tribe today, okay? Just because I felt like doing another reading, it felt necessary. It felt necessary. It felt necessary. So that's where we all are. That's where we all are. This is coming to us. This is coming to us. Our subconscious already knows. I hate saying crossing. What I like to say is what must happen, right? What must happen? What energy is playing? Psychic abilities, right? I also think really strongly that the divine feminine is coming into play right now, okay? We are turning into that cycle when the divine feminine is going to be blossoming within each of us, not just females, but our males as well. This is the age of Aquarius, right? This is the age of Aquarius. And look at that, bottom of that deck. Not only is that Aquarius, but look, how feminine, how feminine. Something's happening in our universe right now, bottom of this deck. Ace, the ace of fire. Something is happening, it's bubbling up to the top. I feel it, it's like a steam pot that's bubbling up, right? And that's something that Spirit showed me earlier during a meditation. The reason meditation is so important, he wants some of you to hear this. Let's say that your level is here, right? Your natural level is here. But you're living your life here, bubbling up, right? Bubbling up with constant stress, about right here, even right here. It's like constantly filling up your chest and your throat chakra, right? It's just like, if something happens, right? And a lot's coming. So if something's really coming full circle, if this cycle is really completing and new things are about to happen, how much room do you have to react if this is where your stress is? If this is where your energy level has bubbled to? How much room do you have to react? Not much. But if you are maintaining a constant space here, right here, flowing through your heart chakra, open, rooted in your root chakra, your sacral chakra, pulsing, but also maintaining, right? Your solar plexus chakra cleared. If you are maintaining these chakras within your body, and you are maintaining this level, imagine a water level, but this is energy. But if you are maintaining this level where energy is able to flow through, if I'm angry, okay, I'm angry. I don't have to attach it to anything, right? If you're able to maintain that, then it can go up and down. It can spike, it can go down, it can spike, and you will be able to come back down. If you are here and it spikes, There's nothing left, darling, because you're already filled up. You're already filled up. Clear yourself out. Clear yourself out. Some of you really need to hear this. Some of you have psychic gifts that are wanting to come out. A new epiphany has happened. This is a new age, a new era, a new dawning. Everything is coming around. What is at the root? What is at the root for my soul tribe? What is at the root? What is at the root? Tell me what's at the root. What is at the root of this reading for today? What is at the root? What do you want, Spirit? What do you want our soul tribe to know today at the root of this reading? These are channeled messages. Tell me what's at the root of this reading. Tell me what's at the root. Make us look for it. Tell me what's at the root of this reading, Spirit. Whatever this is. God, this came out in my last reading. This was the very last card of my last reading. This is the Hangman. We need to make a sacrifice, okay? When did we start thinking life was easy? Okay, it's easy if we go with the flow, right? But if we're wanting to excel to a different plane, if we're wanting to go into a different cycle, the sacrifices must be made. Sacrifices must be made. This right here represents Odin. Odin, he was a Norse god. He was a Norse god who hung from a tree, I believe it was for 9 days, without food or water. That was a sacrifice to the gods. He also gave his left eye so that he gained wisdom of the gods. I think there's a part in Vikings. Have y'all seen that show, Vikings? I've only seen a couple of episodes, but there was one episode I saw, and he looks at his son, and he says, the Ragnarok guy, he looks at his son, and he says, Odin gave his left eye for the knowledge of the gods. And his son looked at him like horrified, thinking about somebody ripping his eye out. And he said, I would give much more. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you give so much more for the knowledge, the wisdom of the gods? It's available to you. Make the sacrifice. Cut out that which no longer serves you. Yes, that's a sacrifice. Cut out friends, people, food, places, things that don't serve you. It's that simple. That simple. I know it sounds hard, right? It may be family, it may be friends, it may be people you love, it may be a relationship. I hope it's not. It may be a relationship. But if it is not serving the higher good, if it's not serving you, it's not serving the higher good. Let's remember that. Let's repeat that. If it's not serving you, it's not serving the higher good. Okay? Make the sacrifice. Make the sacrifice. Whatever those sacrifices are for you. Okay? Whatever those sacrifices are for you. Spirit, for my soul tribe, tell me what is of the past that they must remember at this time right now. Spirit guide, what is of the past that they must remember right now? It is the time. It is the time. It has been the time for a long time. Some of you have not had inner strength. Some of you have been trying to control your own wheel of destiny. Okay? And how does that work out for you? Actually, I would love to know this. How has that worked out for you? I know it didn't work out well for me. When I tried to control my own wheel, no sirree, Bob. It did not work out well. Look at this. Okay, this is the card of divine timing. This is the card of the wheel changes when it's time. Okay, this is the card of judgment. This is the card of coming forward and saying, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done to advance to the next cycle in life? Am I just expecting things to fall into my lap? What have I actually done? Analyzing, what have I done? Okay? I want you to do that for me. I think that some of you have found your inner strength lacking, right? In the past. But I feel like you've recognized that. And recognition is the battle. Not half the battle, the battle. Recognition. Okay? Because all that it takes to change yourself is a desire. A true, authentic desire. And then one action. That's it. You're done. You're changed. In a minute, in a second, in an instant. have the inner strength to look in the dark places of yourself and then do so lovingly and say, I get why you did that. We ain't doing it again, darling. We ain't doing it again. But I get why you did that. It was a hard time. You made a mistake. Bad judgment call, right? Bad judgment call. And that's happened a few times in your past. Please don't get hung up on this, because are you going to let not only that be the destruction of you, but the inability to go within and make that sacrifice? It's time to go within, my friends. It is time to go within. All of us. Do you know what this year is, numerologically speaking? A 12, which boils down to a 3, which is the Holy Trinity, if you're a Christian. But a 12, at the root of your reading, this is the major arcana card 12. There's only 22 major arcanas in the deck, and there's only 1 12. That's what this year will be for you, if you allow it to, allow you to grow. Next year is a 4, 2020. Next year is whenever we're supposed to be coming together with our soulmates, if we haven't yet. Okay, that is the year. Well, actually, it's this year, and then the end of this year, and then into next year. Some of us earlier, but some of us later. But we're all coming into meeting our other half so that we can change the world. That's what 4s are. 4s are manifestation. 4s are the pillars that change the world. They are the pillars that come together. They're the power couple that changes the world. And it could not be until now. Divine timing. Stop trying to control the wheel. Because as you are trying to control it, you're not working on you. You're not doing the work that needs to be done. You're worried about what people are seeing, right? All right, Spirit, what is crowning this reading? What must happen for them to get to their final outcome? I want to know that. What's crowning? What must happen for them to get to their final, perfect, happily ever after? What must happen for them to reach their soul essence, their soul destiny, their soul path, their soul? Waiting, huh? Waiting. Okay. For some of you, okay. This is waiting for my ships to come in, right? This is waiting for my ships to come in. But it's time to make that move, right? It's time. This is a 7. Again, a major arcana. So you have a major arcana at the top and the bottom, crowning and rooting your reading. Look at this beautifulness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Here is the energy blessing you from above, while Gaia is giving you this from below. What do we say about the mother and the father, right? Can you feel that? I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying here. It is so important to move with the intuition that Spirit's giving you. This is going to happen quickly, you guys, okay? This is a big year. If you've done the work and you're ready, Spirit wants to use you. Spirit's ready to train you. Wisdom will be coming in. You must make the sacrifice of listening, right? How often do we pray and say, why God? What do I do? I have so many questions. We ask questions galore. We pray and we beg and we do all of this. But how often do we listen to God? You know how to listen to God? You got it. Meditation. That's how you hear God. That's how you hear God. You must be quiet. Spirit is saying, I have the answers. Could you just be quiet long enough to hear them? I hear what you're asking, darling. I want to give you every answer. I need you to be quiet long enough to hear them. Okay? Now, all right. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to do the near future and then the final outcome. The near future and then the final outcome. Spirit, tell me what is coming. Didn't film. Tell me what's coming in the near future. In the near future, what do they need to be? What does my soul tribe need to be looking out for? Again, okay, awesome. Many of you have left this place where we no longer feel sorry for ourselves, right? Bad stuff happened. It's over. Now we're standing, right? We're not sitting there anymore, feeling bad for ourselves, looking at what's lost, looking at those cups, not realizing 2 full cups are behind us. There's a bridge over there that heads to a beautiful castle. Nope, not doing that anymore. Now we see, we stood up. Okay, I recognize this for what it is. It is lost. It is time to go. Something new is growing behind me. Look at that beautiful rose. Look at that. I am going to turn around, pick up my cups, and walk over that bridge. Okay? That's what's happening now. That's what's happening now. That's what you will do now. You will look at it. What do I always say to my soul tribe? You'll feel it, you'll heal it, and then you're going to release it. Okay? All right, Spirit. Final outcome. Final outcome for my soul tribe, Final outcome for my soul tribe. If they stay on this path, for the ones who are on this path, who are brave enough to make this move, who are brave enough to make this move, who are brave enough to make the sacrifice and make this move and open up to their psychic abilities, to have the inner strength, We'll wait for it. I felt that one a little bit. It buzzed, but I didn't feel like that was the one. There you go. Another ace. Y'all saw the other one, right?